the Sunday SHITSHOW. Coming up today, we've got young Ky Clements, a little ripper local surfer. Got a few things fresh off the press. We're going to talk about our underdogs, bit of music, bit of surfing, and just get on with the usual stuff we normally do. Stu, you want to introduce Ky to us?
Sure do. So everybody, this is young Ky Clements. He's a young Coolum shredder. He's in Yaroomba Boardriders, and as you can see, he's decked out in board carry gear, and we've got him on our little board carry team now, representing the board carry brand, which is pretty exciting for us. And Ky's actually made the the Queensland team to go and contest the Australian titles, which is pretty exciting, isn't it, Ky?
Yeah, very.
Give us a bit of a chat about that, Ky.
Yeah.
What's happening?
There's going to be a comp held down in Wollongong for the Australian titles, where Tassie and every other state from Queensland come against each other to verse.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
And top 6 out of 35 people, I think it was, got invited, and I was one of them, luckily. So I'm really happy about that.
Well, so that's a you beauty.
Yeah, what comps did you have to enter to get to that invite stage?
These comps called the Woolworth Strong comps, like just down at Goldie in here.
Okay. And so you're obviously training and...
Yeah, a lot.
A lot? Yeah,
Yeah.
Whereabouts do you train at?
Alex with Robbie Shell, little shout out to him.
Hey, Robbie.
Yeah, good on you, Rob Dog.
Yeah. And what about Robbie is your coach?
Yeah, Robbie's the head coach.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. So...
Excel Surf Academy viewers.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long have you been surfing for?
I don't know if I'm going to take a guess. I reckon around 6-7 years.
Because you surf far above your age group. Like, I've watched you since you've been a part of Yaroomba Boardriders, and you give the older guys curry.
Oh, he loves to show people his things.
Yeah. So yeah. So what's a normal day at the beach or surfing look like for you?
In my way, just very choppy and that. No one out. I'm usually sometimes out by myself.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Just putting in the hard yards, mate.
Yeah, pretty much.
Polishing it all, getting ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you're not in the surf, mate, I know you love a bit of a flick with the rod.
Hell yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he catches a few fish too, viewers. He gets a couple on the end of the rod.
Sure do.
Classy. So what do you prefer, your air game or getting a nice deep barrel?
I'm trying to go for airs at the moment, just starting to learn how to.
Yeah.
He's got a pretty good rail game, so yeah, I guess the airs is the big thing you practice now.
Yeah.
And I know you're pretty polished in the tube as well, so don't mind a barrel, do you, mate?
Nah.
Couple of deep ones.
Oh yeah.
So where are you hoping surfing will take you, like long term?
Maybe Jeffreys Bay or something.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, you're looking to get on tour.
Hopefully.
Yeah. That's your aspirations.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, mate, you do pretty good at these titles and you get on the Aussie team.
Yeah, stoked that I made it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, if you make the Aussie team, that's a big one, that one.
Yeah. Gonna be tough, but gonna have fun.
Oh yeah. You've got to make it, that's it, you've got to keep it fun though, that's the thing.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
yeah, you got a few sponsors you want to give a shout out to, people that are helping you out and what they're doing.
yeah.
Definitely board carry, because then I can easily hold my boards when I ride down to the beach, and
Sick.
definitely beach beat for all their clothing and leashes and tail pads and all their support.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good, a beach beat.
Yeah.
Sparky's a good man.
Yeah.
Good on you, Sparky.
I take it you got a few stickers on your board.
Yeah, a couple.
That's all right. Yeah.
Well, we got like everyone who wants to put a sticker and stuff on your board, we've got a sticker and a t-shirt for you, Ky.
Oh, yeah.
So we've got a Life Strife Support Your Mates sticker
Oh,
and a
yeah.
Support Your Mates t-shirt for you.
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much.
So there you
Stu,
go.
hold the phone, mate.
On the phone,
Have we not had this discussion?
we have, mate. we
All,
have.
all the big boys, all they want to do is get a sticker on a board, give them a couple of bits of clothing that costs them next to nothing.
Yeah.
How does that help someone wanting to get to the Australian titles that needs flights, accommodation, entry fee, all that? How are you funding this, Ky?
Yeah, pretty difficult, but my parents are pretty much doing it for me, so thank you, Mum and Dad.
Well, that's a bit hard on them.
Yeah,
so-
I know.
Yeah, well, I think it's about 1,800 just for the entry fee, HPC coaching they've got to get up beforehand, and your flights and stuff. So that's just to start the ball rolling to get there.
Yeah.
There's a bit of money behind it. So
We're looking at doing some stuff with men's mental health, and it hasn't quite gone how we wanted it, or just we
Just
felt it
hasn't
just
fit,
wasn't
yeah.
the right fit. Things
Hasn't
just
fit,
didn't
yeah.
mesh. But we
and
got back to what we first thought about with it, with the Support Your Mates range. It's actually about supporting your mates and those that are having a go, people we know, and you're the first person that's come to our list for something new we want to do. And so with that, we're not a charity as yet. We just want to help those that we think are having a go and do something. So Stu and I would like to present you with a check
Oh,
for
wow.
$200 from Life Strife and Support Your Mates.
Thank you.
So this
Yeah.
is for to go towards, you know, getting you to the Aussie titles, and
Oh, yeah.
yeah, we'll see where. Hopefully that'll help you, mate.
You could still have the t-shirt and the sticker, but we're always talking about how the big companies have really stopped supporting the grassroots and, you know, what's needed. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
I'm sure you got plenty of clothes, plenty of stickers.
Yeah.
What you need is the cash to get there. So,
Just hold that up so the viewers can see
so
it.
yeah. So,
I'm definitely growing
Hey.
out of all my clothes, though. That's
That's all
Mate,
right.
there's someone at the door.
Ah,
We don't usually get people coming to the door while we're recording
Recording,
the show,
yeah,
so
yeah.
we don't know what's going on here. Hang on, there's a couple of roustabouts walking in.
Hey, boys.
Hey,
hello.
how are you?
Come round
Come
here,
grab a
guys.
seat.
Come grab a seat.
How we going?
yeah, we're good.
alright.
Hey, buddy.
How are you?
We were just,
Alright.
hey Lee, hey Zach,
We got
Yeah,
some.
we
We got
just-
some rough nuts from your
Life
Yaroomba
Strife.
Boardriders.
Yeah, Life Strife's just done a bit here for young Ky, and you guys have turned up. What do you guys got happening?
Well, we thought since we'd come to the party as well and provide Ky with $500 goes towards
Thank you so much.
his Aussie title.
Give us that one. You
And
can hold that one up.
you know, we look
Very
down.
big.
Awesome.
Yeah. So that's awesome. And on top of that, on our website and linked to this episode of the Shit Show, there's going to be a thing where anybody can donate $5, $10, $20, $50.
To help get you there.
That will help you. And like I said, you're the first person, and we hope to do more of this. We sort of don't know what it looks like yet, but get it out there and have a go.
Yeah.
Come on, Shit Show fans, get behind the young fella, chuck some money in. As Geltchy said, it'll be on the Geltchy website where you can give him a donation and help his oldies get him to the Aussie titles.
Yeah. So yeah, how you guys going? You must be good, like supporting a young guy from Boardriders.
Yeah, it's good to have
Yeah,
a Grom from the club make it all the way to the Aussie titles, and we've just wrapped up our fundraiser at the pub. Thanks to Geltchy for donating some artwork too. And we just thought, you know what, part of those funds should probably go to this young fella and helping get him to the Aussie titles, because it is quite an expensive journey to get there, and also to go away and train and all the other things that
Yeah.
go with it. So
Yeah.
I think that's the most overlooked thing these days. Like every brand or whatever wants to have a sticker on someone's board and them wearing their clothes, but that doesn't pay for airfares and
It's it.
you know, entries, all that. Like, it's
an
actually getting
expensive
back to
hobby.
the cash. And Stu and I have discussed this quite a bit, especially the big companies now. They just have board of directors and shareholders. The grassroots is gone, and
That's it.
sort of, you know, it's not a lot what we've been able to do, but it's a start. And let's try and get people on board and help some of these younger guys.
For
Yeah,
sure.
it's a bloody hard slog. So
It is.
you know, as Geltchy said, we've been discussing it, and just to do the QS, you're looking at 100 grand, you know. So it's time where grassroots gets back on board, and that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, and well done.
Yeah, thanks Yaroomba Boardriders and you
no
guys.
worries.
This is
Thank you.
No worries.
this is
mate.
awesome. Like, to me, this is what like local club surfing's about. And
Yeah.
it's,
Absolutely.
you know,
Community, mate.
Yeah.
Supporting each other.
Yeah, 100%.
That's awesome.
So there you go.
Well
young
done,
fella.
Ky.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Your mum and dad are going to love you tonight.
Yeah, you just made their life.
Yeah.
Well, that's it too. You know, that was
Yeah.
the whole thing. It's a lot to bear for a parent these days. You know, surfboards, all these comps are $100 minimum. You've got accommodation, you've got travel to get there. It's an expensive slog. So
That's
if we
right.
can help out where we can, we will. So
Yeah.
Yeah, also been asking my parents for a job so I can just pay them back.
No, you're a good fella.
Well, there you go. And a big shout out to Angela and Stu as well, Ky's parents, because without their support,
that's
he
it.
wouldn't even be at Boardriders.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like that's.
Oh, give the viewers a shout out too to your Instagram page so people can
Yeah.
follow you and check out your antics.
I go to Ky Clements on Instagram, trying to grow my followers at the moment. Definitely have some sick reels on there.
Sure
that's
does.
good.
And it's fishing.
Oh,
And
yeah.
his fishing page as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome, guys. Thank you so much. That's
Well, now we've covered all of that, Geltchy. Give us a look what's fresh off the press. We want to have
Well-
a look at the new kit coming out.
Last episode we spoke about Red Tirana Boy and that stuff, and I said there'd be a t-shirt coming out of that.
Yeah.
So here it is. Haters are gonna hate.
I love it.
So that's a smirk one. Yeah, we all know how it is with haters, so let's throw it back at them.
Straight back at him.
So yeah, so that's the haters gonna hate shirt. And then from there, recently caught up on the phone with a mate I hadn't spoke to in ages, and I'm talking like when I was 16, 17, and back then, late 80s, early 90s, actually not much older than Ky, I started the clothing brand in my parents' housing commission house in the bedroom, screen printing, drawing by hand, called Terminal Frost, and he was asking what I'm up to, and I sort of told him because we both got into cars and surfing and that together, and he's, mate, you should bring back Terminal Frost. I'm like, oh, I don't know, you know, that's what I had then. And then he's actually been down the Central Coast buying our old surfboards we had that had the decals on it and getting a collection of them. So for Spewy, this is a shout out to you. So this is my first ever hand-drawn logo from like the late 80s. So not too much, just a heartbeat, but you got to start somewhere. And yeah, so I've released two shirts with the basic logo there,
Nice.
which got that old retro sort of feel. And back then I was hand screen printing these. I'd buy my blanks from Billabong at Burleigh Heads. Pre-internet, pre-mobile phone. I'd actually have to phone up on a landline, go to the post office and actually pay at the post office to collect the stuff, and yeah. But yeah, done alright for a while. And then I've got another army coloured sort of one, bit of a distressed look. And this one's the real tribute to Spewy. This was one of our favourite designs from 1991.
Nice.
So I've done a bit of a remake of that one in the colours that we were sort of rocking then when Billabong first started making wetties. Black with the fluoro green. So there's this one. So anyway, all that be up on the website, and as usual for Shit Show viewers, there's 20% discount on them. The code for that is Shit Show in capital letters. Yeah, so that's it for Fresh Off the Press this week.
Well, let's talk underdogs then.
Hey.
I might as well start it off. So my underdog is going to be a local fella who absolutely rips the bag. He was pretty unfortunate not to get a world title when he was on tour, and he's actually started a campaign to get back on tour, and we're talking about Mr. Julian Wilson. So good on you, Julian, you're my underdog. And I've been seeing some clips and the guy is just ripping, absolutely tearing the bag. So well done, Julian, get on tour. Anyone watching, put him on tour. He deserves to be
And
there.
we're still waiting for your message to come join us on the lounge here on the Shit Show too, Julian.
Yeah, come on, mate. We'd love to have you on board.
We'll make a seat for you.
Yeah. So Kai, what about you, mate? You got an underdog?
My underdog is this guy is the owner of Cruiser, and he started his company in his garage and started growing and growing and growing, and now he's got a whole garage at the back of Coolum, and that's Tim.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Cruiser, there you go.
Yeah. And thank you, Tim, for the cruisers. Get me around real easily.
Sick.
Good on you, Tim. Geltchy?
I'll go last if that's all right. Want to do these boys?
Yeah, you got an underdog, boys? Anyone off the top of your head?
Yeah, I just thought about it when you guys asked me, and 2 weeks ago, a good friend of ours, his name was Ron Carlson, we called him Captain Ron,
Yeah.
and he set up, it was called Indiana Boardriders Club when I was, 18, and so that was just to get all the kids around town, set up the club, and 2 weeks ago he passed away.
Oh,
But
sorry.
the whole thing about it was that what we do now with Boardriders as well is just family, community, and doing what we can for for the young crew and everything as well. So so it's a shout out to Ron Carlson.
Yeah,
Just call him Captain Ron.
Captain Ron.
Condolences.
Such
Rest
a
in
legend.
peace, Captain Ron.
And the legacy will live on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'd just like to give a shout out to one of our local community members and members of the Boardriders Club, and he does so much work for us, and also he's the type of guy that'll give you his shirt off his back. It's Pete May.
Oh, Pete.
He's
Yeah.
an absolute legend. He put
Yeah.
together all that fundraiser. He's just the guy that gets it all done, mate.
He does,
And
he's-
I can't thank him enough. So
Good on you, Pete.
Pete, you're a legend,
Pete,
mate.
yeah.
Been friends with Pete for many, many years, and he is a top fella. So well done, bud. Well done.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Rightio, Geltchy, throw it at us.
All right. Well, for me, I'm stuck back in the late '80s, '90s
As usual.
with my Terminal Frost stuff, and this is nearly a bit of a shit happens as well. I used to go to the video shop when you'd get like 10 VHS videos for $7, and I bought a heap home, and there was this movie Dogs in Space. I never got to watch it. My dad came out the next day yelling, swearing, screaming at me, threw it on the floor, then jumped up and down on it, smashed it, and basically told me never to bring shit like that in the house again. So, being that age, what's the usual thing you do? You go get another copy and watch it at your mate's place, which I done that. So, Dad, you're no longer here, so you don't know that. So on top of that, besides it was pretty, I can understand where he's coming from. It was a pretty heavy movie. It did have an R rating and that, and 3 people from that movie have actually passed away, and that's Michael Hutchence, Ollie Olsen, who done the soundtrack, and Saskia, I can't think of her last name. And a couple of weeks ago, we actually lost Ollie Olsen, a musician, probably underground, a lot of people don't know about. He's sort of probably one of the most influential punk electronic musicians Australia's ever seen, and Richard Lowenstein, who actually done Dogs in Space, all the early In Excess film clips and that. He's put a really good tribute together on YouTube, and I'll put a link up that's worth looking at. So yeah, big shout out to Ollie Olsen. I just feel he really got underrepresented in his genre, and he just done so much. And then that sort of takes me through to my music pick, which I'm actually going with Max Q, which was Ollie Olsen and Michael Hutchence together. They done their own little project, sort of dirty, electronic,
I remember.
bit of a punk thing. It was sick. They had quite a few good songs on it. The album covers, the art, loved it back in the day, and the song Sometimes by Max Q. So yeah, rest in peace, Ollie Olsen. Just a shout out to anyone that may be having distress or anything like that about what we're talking about. If you're feeling uneasy or whatever, reach out to Lifeline, Beyond Blue, and that will remain, you know, like it's pretty important. So
Yeah.
So next up, Ky. What's a song that's been tickling your ears?
Usually before heat, so it's either Figured Out by Royal Blood or Slipknot. I think it's called Durability.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
cracker.
Yeah.
That's a beauty, mate.
Yeah.
Love a bit of rock in my head before heat.
No, I like it. Nothing like a good bit of noise.
Yeah.
Oh, what about you, Zach?
Album I've been listening to a lot at the moment is a bit dark, mate, but that's how I like my music. A band called Crippling Alcoholism.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I sort of come across them a couple of months ago through an Instagram post, and yeah, I've been listening to them ever since. It's a different sort of type of sort of heavy metal sort of concept album.
Yeah.
But yeah, worth a listen if you're into that sort of thing.
It's awesome. Look at all Lee.
Mine's their band's called Deadest Committee, and they originate from Western Australia. They formed 2014 at the Osborne Park Bowls Club.
Yeah.
A bit of a do for their friends, and I think they put out the first album in 2020. That album is it's a lot of piss take, WA. It's a bit like the Chants and the Pricey. It's got that sort of raw pub sort of 80s, 90s
Pub punk feel.
Yeah. So one of the particular songs, Wax It, which is pretty good because it takes a piss out of Western Australia versus the eastern states.
Yeah.
So it's versus bush rangers versus sharks. So the west side sort of, and it just the whole piss take about why the WA is best. So a friend of mine put me onto that, and I just love it.
That's sick. That's good. And Stu.
Well, I've been listening to a bit of Head PE from Suburban Noise Records label.
I've seen them a few times.
Yeah, been listening to Renegade a bit. That one gets me cracking. And Head PE's actually coming out in February. They're doing a tour. They start on the 2nd of Feb in Perth and finish up in Brisbane on the 9th, I think it is. And they do an Adelaide, Melbourne and Sydney after Perth on their way here. So yeah, a bit of Head PE. Good on you, Suburban Noise Records.
Yeah, just a big shout out too to the local scene. We've had a couple of local bands on here recently with 7 Foot Sooks and One More Billy. And Rotten Fest that sort of got behind it and the shows they're doing. If anyone out there gets a chance, go catch the local guys and show your support.
Yeah.
I also want to give a shout out to Sonny Potmar, to getting me into that band. So I love their music and all that from Slipknot. So shout out to Sonny Potmar.
Sick. Gotta love it. So Stu, what's happening with surfing? Is it all quiet or what's going on? I know it's been flat here and Newcastle looked alright.
Yeah, no, the surf's been woeful. Yeah. I don't know what else to say about it.
It's that time of year, mate.
Yeah, we went down to Newcastle and it was cranking down there, so that was a bonus. But on the surfing front, I want to give out a massive shout out to a local, Serena Brook. She went over for the World Masters and got a silver medal in the over 40s. So well done, Serena. You brought it home for the sunny coast. She's a really, really good lady, and couldn't have gone to a better person. So well done, Serena. That's about it for the surfing scene for me.
That's about it, I think, for this episode of the Shit Show. I think we need to go and feel a bit like the Graham Norton show today. We need to have a bit of a lap here with thanks to Zach, thanks to Lee, special thanks to Ky, and
you too.
don't spend all that money at Macca's. And once again, Stu for joining us. And yeah, we look forward to next episode. So, as they say, if you want to get on the good shit, get on the Sunday Shit Show.
That's it.
Thank you for having me.
No worries, mate. Enjoy it. That's good. All right.
Until next time, that's us.
You.